Mike, I know you don't share specifics a lot of what you say in locker rooms, but after a first half like that, just what do you say to a team to try and pick them back up, try and just kind of keep guys together, if nothing else?
Long season, man. I mean, you can't throw in the towel. I mean, we didn't play well the first half, but we were awful. And I thought we came out the second half and we competed and played a lot better, but the damage was already done in the first half. You got to give Illinois a lot of credit, their coaching staff. They played great.
Yeah, Coach. Big picture. I mean, you guys are 1-5 in Quad One games. I think it's 15-34 in Quad One games over the last 3+ years. What do you see as the problem? You guys not competing with consistency against the better opponents.
Well, I mean, we've had some good games against big-time opponents over the 3 years. You know, the record doesn't indicate that. It's tough, you know what I mean, when you prepare and you work, you know, because we work in practice, we do all the things that you're supposed to do going into the game, and guys just didn't step up tonight, and they didn't step up in the Iowa game. You know, I can't go back to past years. Coach was staring me in the face right now, and we just got to continue to work. I mean, still a long season. Hopefully we'll get Malik back soon. He's a big piece to what we do. And we could get guys back playing the way I expect us to play.
Yeah, Mike, the fans were very vocal tonight about kind of their disappointment, especially in the first half. What would you kind of tell them to reassure them about sort of the direction of this team?
Well, again, I love our fans and I respect our fans, but it's up to me to get our players to play at a high level, and that's my job, and I'm going to continue to work in that area and hope that our fans will stay in there and hang in there with us.
Mike, in your long tenure as a coach, I'm over here. Sorry. When you have younger guys who are trying to figure things out, you know, especially after 2 bad games like this, what's your approach with them, and what do you feel like you need to do some soul searching of your own?
Well, again, you got to continue to work, and you know I got to make some changes. You know, I mean, we haven't been getting off to a good start in terms of who we've been starting, and sure, we do miss Malik. Malik is a big piece to the puzzle, but I gotta put guys in there that I think that's going to get us off to a good start and see if we can maintain it over a 40-minute ball game. You know, we can't let 2 games, and these were embarrassing games for us, determine our season. We still got a long way to go, a lot of Big Ten game left, and I just got to get us better prepared and ready to play.
But, Mike, how do you explain 60? I mean, in the 125-year history of Indiana basketball, that's never happened before. Like, how do you explain that?
I wish I knew. You know, I mean, I thought we played better the second half. They scored, 34 points the second half, but 60 points is just way too many. You know, I just thought our defense and our intensity just wasn't there, and they exploited it.
Hey, Mike, over here on your left, I got 2 questions for you, okay? First one is, what happened with Umar Balogun at the end, and what are you going to do about that?
Well, I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do, until I go back and review it, and I'm sure the commissioner and everybody will take a look at what happened and make a decision on what they plan on doing. I just hope Ballo's with us our next game as we travel over to Ohio.
Mike, that raises the question of accountability. You got a player doing what he did, and you're actually hoping he can play the next game. And
well, I mean, again,
what's going on here?
Well, they're taking up for each other. I get that. You know, in the heat of the battle, anything is liable to happen. I don't condone players pushing players or, their player got into our player's face. I mean, it went back and forth. We had 2 guys pushing and shoving. I don't condone that by any means, but in the heat of the battle, I'm not there right there doing the situation where I can stop it. And sometimes things get out of hand and they happen. And, you know, Ballo and I will sit and talk, and along with Miles, because he was assessed the technical too, and see where we go from there.
Mike, to have this performance after the way the Iowa game went on Saturday, just what did you see from the team's response to that game on Saturday, and what needs to change coming out of this game?
Well, again, I mean, we can't let this be a snowball effect. You know, like I said, we got a long way to go in this Big Ten. And do I think we're good enough to win? Yeah, I do. I just got to get us to believe that and keep pushing these guys in the right direction.
I want to say, Mike, this is the roster in October you said was I think, most talented you've had here. Is there a reason you can look at for just why it hasn't really clicked yet?
Well, again, I mean, you miss your leading scorer the last 5-6 games. I mean, that doesn't help. You know, I mean, but again, I've always said, hell, you know, we won games without Malik. You know, was next man up, and these last 2 games we haven't fared well without him. So hopefully we'll get him back soon, and I can get guys playing back at a high level so we can get back on the winning track.